Okay, this is Lake Hamilton Elite Series Challenge Best 5 Bass. Round 3, let's go. I'll show you a spot that I've been winning each round. So Hamilton Elite Series was my most watched video ever, most commented on, most watched, most liked, and disliked. Some people saw that old video and tried it, and 3 of them actually failed. I basically told you to come out here, right to the middle of the lake, and cast out in all directions. And that's how I beat the challenge at first. But this spot is new. Watch my map. Now I'm taking a right, and I'm going to stick to the right side of the bank. I'm going to pass all the boathouses. And on the right, there will be this concrete wall point. Now, I recommend the tremor shad with a jig or a Ned rig and a 4-hook. I use 3/16, so it won't sink very fast. But if you do not use the tremor shad here, I cannot be held responsible if you do lose the challenge. Because the tremor shad is uniquely designed for the larger bass. It's perfect for the supersized bass. Also, you might have to pull up kind of far up on this point. Like right on this point here. And with the tremor shad, a 3/16 ounce jig head, a 4-hook, you cannot lose on this spot. You just can't lose. This is my hot spot. It's a new spot I found. And right now, it is quite dead. It is quite dead. So I am hoping that it... Oh, here's some bass. Here's some big bass. So you can cast on the point kind of close to the wall. Or you can cast out here a little bit. And there will be giant sized bass. The whole event. Round 1, round 2, round 3. And it's one of those spots that even during the dead, cold Elite Series Challenge, where there's no fish, there will certainly be fish here. And some big ones. But I just felt that it was, now that I know Hamilton a lot better than I used to know it, it's time for an update on how to beat this challenge, how to get first place, and where to get first place, and what lure to use. And I mean, my first video was very crude. I just spent a half hour in the middle of the northern section of the lake. And I basically took my chances with a crankbait, casting in all directions. But since then, I have learned Hamilton much, much better. And I would say that this spot here is a guaranteed win. I mean, you can't lose here. You're going to get 5 big bass. You're going to beat the computer. It will certainly happen. Just make sure you're not too far back off of this point, because the hot spot is often like right on the point. But it is available. Some of my hot spots that I know on Hamilton do not work during this particular challenge. But this spot is quite busy. I've won both rounds so far, and I do expect to win the third round as well. But stay tuned, because I may just catch a legendary largemouth bass. I recently found this spot and I have not yet caught a legendary largemouth bass on this location. And I do suspect that one does frequently appear here. I suspect one does spawn in here, and you can probably catch one here because it is quite a busy little hot spot. There's a lot of stripers, but I found there's just enough bass. I mean, I made a video telling you to go to Big Timer Jay's spot, but that's Big Timer Jay's spot. And it wouldn't really be my Hamilton Elite Series video unless I showed you how to win on a spot that I found. So I'm deciding to delete that video where I show you how to win on Big Timer Jay's spot, and post this video where it's my hotspot, and it's more authentic and original, and it's more my video than Big Timer Jay's. But as you can see, this is my first sizable largemouth bass. Oh, he's not that big. I'm going to have to do a little better. Good for the Elite Series, though. The Elite Series challenges are quite cold and dead, and everywhere it just seems like there's hardly any bass, and a lot of normal hotspots shut down during the Elite Series challenge. And it becomes quite a bit more difficult to win. But if you follow this formula, I guarantee, and you use your eyes a bit, you got to use your eyes. If you see a big bass, pitch over towards it, you know? Don't just cast in one spot too much. Use your eyes, watch for giant bass. If you're new to Bassmaster, always watch. Sometimes you can see a legendary before you ever catch it, and you can cast over to it.
What do you got?
And that's how you usually locate them. And if you first see a big fish that you want, then you can go about trying to get in its way and attract it. But that's how I play Bassmaster. That's how I play these challenges. I'm looking around a lot, looking for giant, super heavyweight bass. And there is a lot of fish in general here. It is a hot spot. So you might have to break some off, some big stripers, break them off, and some drum and catfish, and there's all manner of fish here. Most notably, largemouth bass. Sometimes they will not be broken off. But I am pretty sure that in free fishing, you will probably be able to catch a legendary largemouth bass on this location, or a legendary spotted, or both. Maybe a legendary catfish, or striper, or gar. Wait, I'm not sure if there are gar here. I don't think there's gar on Hamilton. I just began studying this map seriously a couple days ago, and I found this spot. And I'm trying to get this spot
Not gonna set any records with that.
in front of as many eyeballs as possible. Especially people trying to win the Lake Hamilton Challenge in career mode here. But you need 5 large bass each round here. And I've had no problem either of round 1 or 2 in doing so on this spot. It's just, it always seems to come. But you can see my map and exactly where this is. This is one of my tournament spots. When I play online, the Hamilton Open, online open, I will be here for 30 minutes. If it produces, if it goes cold, and there's not a lot of giants, 14s and 15s, then I'll go to one of my other hot spots. But during the Elite Series Challenge, you can be sure that on this location, there will be lots of big largemouth. So I do hope that this video does as well as my last Hamilton Elite Series video did.
Not gonna set any records with that one. But at least it's a good, solid keeper.
And half of the round is gone. 15 minutes has elapsed And this is a large bass. This is the biggest one of the round, guys. It could be a 14 or a 15. On Hamilton. You can hardly do better than like a 15-pound bass or a high 14 before you start catching the legendary largemouth bass. And this is an absolute pig. Let's have a look at him. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Check out the peepers of that swamp dog.
He looked far bigger than he actually was. That could be a big one up there. A big yellow bass. Really big. Look, oh, there it is. Come on, buddy. I need your score. No? Okay, your loss. Tremor Shad is leaving the building. That bass snubbed his nose at my Tremor Shad. As sometimes they do in this Bassmaster game. Is he still on the premises? Let's find out. If that big one is still around. If these stripers would just leave me alone, I could probably catch that big bass. But that's what you'll find on hot spots, a lot of garbage, non-bass species, and they will just be all over your lure, and you'll have to bust them off. And it'll come down to the wire, right down to the last few minutes. It's a tiny bass. We need 5 big ones. What I found in this best 5 bass is you need, the computer does about 50 pounds per round. Well, I guess no, it's over that now. Well, the first round it did about 50. So shoot for 5, 10 pounders, and you'll probably get lucky and catch some real giants, like 12 to 15, and that'll make you the winner. But this spot, you can hardly lose. You can hardly go wrong. If you use this rig, like a jig with a 4-hook and Tremor Shad, I cannot imagine you losing on this spot. There's one. This one's got a heartbeat, so it will certainly be trophy. Now, here on this spot, it is competitive for the online open, the online tournament. So you can catch bass here that are so large, they can win you the online tournament up to 15 plus pounds and beyond. You can catch a legendary largemouth bass here. So yeah, I would trust it. A 15 pounder.
Chubasa.
So that fish right there will almost certainly guarantee me the win. It's worth almost 4,000 bucks. And that would be, I mean, you need like 5 of those each round to win the online tournament. Those are online tournament fish. Those 15s on this map, you can win the tournament. I mean, the online open with those fish. And this is like my favorite spot to catch them on Hamilton. And now it is your hot spot.
Big fish, big fish, and no whammy.
And now, as you can see, I'm absolutely demolishing this computer. It doesn't stand a chance. With this lure and with this spot, I am making quick work of this challenge. So try it out, and I think you'll like it. It is a lot of fun. I mean, I spent an hour and a half on this best 5 bass challenge, and I found it to be quite good. The computer kind of like stays close to you and doesn't let you get too far ahead, and you have to keep performing and keep catching big bass. And it is quite fun. Excuse me for that little sniffle, folks. I sometimes get a little cold going. But honestly, I wonder if I even need any more fish, or if the computer has given up at 167.13. And you can also try Big Timer J's spot. Try them both, you know. Hamilton Elite Series Challenge is just fun. And you can just, oh, there's a big one. That is a big bass in there, guys. You can always just, you know, fish around and see which hot spots are the best and try and get the biggest possible fish from each of the hot spots, from Big Timer J's, from mine. and just see which spot you like the most. I see a big bass back there. But this video was my most watched video on my entire channel. People really struggle with Hamilton and Elite Series, and they want to know more. And I found that people like kind of love and hate Hamilton because it's so big, and it seems like it's going to be so hard to find all the really big bass that you need and the real hot spots of Hamilton. I have a video on the hot spots I have found, and they are quite good. So check that out too. Just search Bassmaster Fishing 2022 Lake Hamilton hotspots, and my video will pop up. Legendary image. That is my channel. I'm Kevin, and I'm happy to have you along for this Elite Series Best 5 Bass Challenge. Or at least the last round, anyway. But I don't think you want to watch an hour and a half of me playing this game. Which is one of the reasons I talk so much through my videos, because when I watch guys playing a game, and I watch a lot of channels with guys playing games a lot. I want dialogue, if you can possibly work in some dialogue, it makes your channel such a better place when you just share yourself and you have dialogue, and it just feels like you're being personal and entertaining, and those are the channels I like most, guys playing games and talking, At least that's what I like. But 2 more minutes to get a slob, an absolute beast that I don't really even need to win. But I want you to try it out, guys. Try this hotspot out. It's a legitimate competition spot. It's good for competition. So try it out, and I think you'll really, really like it. But if you stayed to the end of the video, thanks for watching all my videos, and if you want to subscribe, go ahead. I don't really ask anybody to subscribe that doesn't know me personally, so if you don't want to subscribe, don't feel compelled. This is a personal channel. It's for a niche audience, people that love Bassmaster Fishing 2022, and anybody can watch my video. Anybody can join. You don't have to like. You don't have to subscribe. But if you want to watch, please feel free.
You're gonna have a few competitors trembling with that tone.
30 seconds. That's a big bass. Oh, it's legendary. No! It's Davey. I will not have time to bring this bass in. But now you know where you can find Davy. It's Davy, folks. Look at him. It's the smallest legendary largemouth
Let's
bass.
do the talking. Let's get your limit on there and see where it puts you on our leaderboard.
So anyway, guys, I hope that doesn't happen to you. But you can probably catch him there or some other legendary largemouth bass. Often the one that spawns in is totally randomized. So thank you for watching my video. Bye-bye.